Great. Wonderful. Hello, and welcome to...
Known Unknowns.
Yeah, a special Halloween bonus episode.
Episode 3A. Bonus Halloween episode.
Okay, so we'll remember...
That's what it's called.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the episode title.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to have to listen back to that so I can remember it when we put it up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I already put it on the website.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Not yet. It's not like published yet. It's just saved to the website.
Okay,
so it's easy.
It's ready to publish.
It's ready to be published. So.
Okay. So, all right. So for this episode, we're gonna do a few things. We're gonna start by responding to a few listener suggestions.
Yeah. Very
right?
excited. Yeah. Yeah. We got a couple. We have two.
Uh-huh.
Two suggestions.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to add that we're really happy with the response we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Really, thank you all so much for listening. And...
Yeah. Oh my gosh. A few people stopped me the other day and were like, I listened to your podcast and it's great. And it just made me so happy that people are listening and responding well and think it's really cool. And there's still people who are like, oh my gosh, I saw that you have this really awesome podcast. I can't wait to listen to it. I'm just gonna binge all 3 episodes that are up. And I'm like, that's great, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's just so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm really happy with the response so far.
Yeah, so that we can keep getting compliments, you should recommend us to your friends.
Yeah, recommend us to your friends.
I mean, yeah, or you don't even have to tell them to listen, just tell them to play the podcast on mute while they're doing something else.
On mute? Oh.
Yeah, just to get those listener numbers up.
Or you know what? You could go rate us on iTunes.
Yeah, rate
us and
review,
give us a review.
Or on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is really fun. We're having a good time with it. So I guess we'll go forward with the audience, listener, whatever suggestions. So the first one I'm gonna go over is a suggestion from a good friend of mine. Her name is Casey. She commented on an Instagram post of ours, and she gave me this really cool suggestion that I had never heard of before. And we lived fairly close to the area. I mean, it's in Illinois. It's in Monmouth, Illinois, so it's not that close. But I was surprised that I had never heard of it before. Mm-hmm. Maybe I have, and I just don't. Maybe I've been there, and I just don't remember. There's a lot of weird bridges in Illinois that have creepy stories to it that I don't remember, that I don't remember specifically. Anyway, so Casey suggested this bridge in Monmouth called Crybaby Bridge. Okay. Very, very spooky. I know she was like, we went there and some creepy shit happened. She didn't elaborate, but Casey, if you want to, totally let me know and I'll share it. But she's like, yeah, we went there and some creepy shit happened, and so that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or we can have you on the podcast to talk about it if you want.
Yeah, you can call in and you can talk about it. Yeah, totally. Okay, so I'm gonna read a little bit about Crybaby Bridge because it's very interesting. Okay. It was said many years ago, a young unwed mother approached the bridge as a lightning storm raged around her. Shame weighed heavily upon her shoulders for being an unwed mother.
Oh, well, as it rightfully should. Just kidding.
Ugh, I'm assuming this was a long time ago. Driven by fear.
It's Central Illinois. So.
Oh, I mean, there's still shame for that in Central Illinois, for sure. Okay, driven by fear because she had recently been abandoned, she found herself standing in the middle of the bridge holding a week-old baby boy.
Did they abandon her in the middle of the bridge?
I don't know. No, I think the person she had the baby with probably left her. Or maybe she was abandoned on the bridge. I don't know.
They kicked her out of the car. Like, get
out.
Quit that baby's crying or I'm kicking you out of the car.
Oh, and then I could see that. Some Illinois trash doing that, yeah. Having no choice, not wanting to be ostracized by the community, she hurled the baby over the bridge into the churning cold water of Cedar Creek.
Okay. All right. So my issue with this is, didn't the community already know
I
she
know.
was an unwed mother?
I'm like, did she hide that she was pregnant
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
then have
say
this baby?
how old the baby was.
People are
does
gonna
it?
be even more mad
Yeah,
that you were pregnant and now you don't have
I
a
think
baby.
they're gonna ostracize you more for the murder than for the being an unwed mother.
Exactly.
But hey,
whatever. All right.
who knows?
Maybe she like moved out of the state and started a new life without the baby.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do that, just say the dad died. If you're gonna start a new life in it, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since this tragic event, locals who pass the bridge state they have heard a spine-tingling cry that sounds like a baby struggling to breathe. That's so sad. That's so dark.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. So that's one thing. That was like one of the main ones. The other main one is so another legend connected to the bridge states an elementary school bus plunged off the side of the bridge during a flood. Unfortunately, it is said the bus's occupants all drowned before rescuers arrived. Yeah.
Is there a record of this?
I don't know. And since that accident, many people have stated that if their car breaks down as they cross the bridge, or even if they just stop on the bridge, that the ghosts of these children have pushed their car safely across.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, so nice ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I mean, they're
bad.
little children. They're like children ghosts. One local young lady and her friend, not believing this legend, decided one afternoon to drive to the bridge to see if they could debunk it. This single-lane bridge is located in a rural dirt road off of US 67 North. It is 67N? I don't know. It is at the bottom of a valley. There is a steep incline at both ends of the bridge. This road is so narrow that only one car can pass at a time. After rounding a sharp curve that leads to the Cedar Creek Bridge, these two young investigators stopped their car at the bottom of the hill and got out. They walked across the bridge, noting that it is entirely flat at both ends and in the middle. They got back in their car and put it into neutral. They were surprised when almost immediately their car started to slowly inch its way across the bridge. It did not stop until it got to the other side. Perplexed, these two ladies were convinced that there must be an environmental reason for this, so they headed up the opposite hill from where they drove in. They turned their car around and drove back down to test it going the other way. They again stopped their vehicle, put it in neutral at the opposite end of the bridge. They were shocked to see their car, instead of rolling backward as they expected it to move... They were shocked to see that their car, instead of rolling backward as they expected it, moved forward and slowly inched its way across the bridge, not stopping until it reached the other side. Yeah. The young people in the town often retell another legend connected to the bridge. They state that a group of teenagers out for a joyride struck a fisherman who stood on the bridge late one afternoon. Evidently, just as the fisherman cast his line over the bridge, he was hit by the car and killed. Local legend states his apparition appears around the area that surrounds the creek.
These teens on joyrides, always getting into crashes and then haunting places.
No, I mean...
ruining the fun for everyone else.
I know.
Hashtag ban cars.
Hashtag ban cars. Yeah.
At least for teens. You know what? I think that nobody should be allowed to drive unless they're over the age of 30 and under the age of, say, 50.
I was going to say 50.
Yeah. You're only allowed to drive, when I'm president, people are only allowed to drive between the ages of 30 and 50.
Harry for president. I'd vote. So yeah, that's the story of Crybaby Bridge.
Okay. That sounds interesting. Yeah.
So thanks, Casey, for telling me about this. This was a really interesting story. If I find anything else about it, I will definitely tell you guys. And if you want to go give Casey a follow or something, I don't want to use her full name. just cause she did comment on one of the posts. If you want to, find her that way, but I just don't want to
don't want to
disclose
blow up
this
her spot.
information. Oh my gosh! And since this is in Central Illinois, I don't want to, give all of her info out. What? I don't want to. Okay. So, Harry, do you want to say what our second suggestion was?
We also.
This is so good.
We are one of our listeners, Bird, commented.
My good friend Bird, who I miss so much. Thank you, Bird. I love you.
Asked us on Instagram to talk about cryptids you think would be good life partners. I need inspiration.
And then they were like,
I just want to know if Mothman would be a good lover.
A good lover. And I just thought it was so I just loved it so much. So Harry and I were like, okay, how do we approach this? What should we do? So we decided we each picked 3 cryptids, and we're gonna play Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Right.
With each one and discuss our answers.
Yeah. That's okay. You want to go first?
Yeah.
All right.
You do.
Or read them off first.
Yeah. So my 3, I have the Jersey Devil.
Okay.
Mothman.
Okay.
And the Thunderbird.
Okay.
So let me give you a little description of each one so you have informed answers. Okay. So the Jersey Devil. Hopefully you guys know about the Jersey Devil. Okay, so actually all 3 of these I firmly believe in, which is weird because I don't really believe in cryptids that much. Like, they're not my, they're definitely real, but I think all these things are real. The Jersey Devil's really, really fascinating, actually. So in southern New Jersey and Philadelphia, the Jersey Devil, also known as the Leeds Devil, is a legendary creature said to inhabit the Pine Barrens of South Jersey. The creature is often... What?
We just need to do an episode on the Pine Barrens. It's a cool place.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. The creature is often described as a flying biped.
2 legs.
Two legs. Cool, with hooves. But there are many variations. The common description is that of a kangaroo-like or wyvern-like creature with a goat or horse-like head, leathery bat-like wings, horns, small arms and clawed hands, legs with cloven hooves, and a forked tail. It has been reported to move quickly and is often described as emitting a high-pitched, blood-curdling scream. So according to popular folklore, the Jersey Devil originated with a Pine Barrens resident named Jane Leeds, known as Mother Leeds. The legend states that Mother Leeds had 12 children, and after finding she was pregnant for the 13th time, cursed the child in frustration, crying that the child would be the devil. During 1735, Mother Leeds was in labor on a stormy night while her friends gathered around her. Born as a normal child, the 13th child changed into a creature with hooves, a goat's head, bat wings, and a forked tail. Growling and screaming, it beat everyone with its tail before flying up the chimney and heading into the pines. In some versions of the tale, Mother Leeds was supposedly a witch, and the child's father was the devil himself.
Oh.
Yeah. Some versions of the legend also state that there are subsequently an attempt by local clergymen to exorcise the creature from the Pine Barrens. So that's like the kind of folklore behind it. I don't believe that, but it's kind of a cool story.
Okay.
So 1909, during the week of so there was a bunch of sightings from 1735, through the 1800s, and then in 1909, during the week of January 16th through the 23rd, 1909 newspapers of the time published hundreds of claimed encounters with the Jersey Devil from all over the state. Among alleged encounters publicized that week were claims that the creature attacked a trolley car in Haddon Heights and a social club in Camden. Police in Camden and Bristol, Pennsylvania supposedly fired at the creature to no effect. So there was a spurt of a ton of sightings of this creature. Anyway, moving on to Mothman.
Okay.
The rest of
before you do,
Yeah.
I want to know where you think the Jersey Devil comes from. What's its origin? What do you think its origin story is?
I don't know. I think it's just like a weird, maybe demonic creature. I don't know. I think it's something only because so many people have reported seeing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know. I listened to a lore podcast episode about the Jersey Devil and it really convinced me.
Okay.
I don't even remember the specifics. I just know I'm convinced.
You don't think it was a cursed 13th child or the child of a witch or anything?
Probably not.
You just think it just came from
I don't know. I mean,
hell.
it could be. I don't know. I don't really think it. Uh-oh, my battery is running low.
Oh no.
Can I use your charger for like a second? Okay. Okay, so Mothman.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, let me plug in the charger. Okay, Mothman. So the Mothman, hopefully you guys all know about the Mothman because he's so fucking cool and he's so real. I totally believe in Mothman.
Okay.
Oh, did you hear that there's a Mothman in Chicago?
No, I didn't.
There's been like a bunch of reportings of a Mothman in Chicago recently.
Oh, well, we should
Yeah. No,
Okay.
seriously.
All
That's the thing. Okay, so the Mothman is a creature reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area from November 12th, 1966 to December 15th, 1967. The first newspaper report was published at the Point Pleasant Register, dated November 16th, 1966, titled "Couple See Man-Sized Bird ... creature ... something." The national press picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States. On November 12, 1966, 5 men who were digging a grave at a cemetery near Clendenin, West Virginia, claimed to have seen a man-like figure fly low from the trees over their heads. This is often identified as the first known sighting of what became known as the Mothman. Shortly thereafter, on November 15th, 1966, 2 young couples from Point Pleasant, Roger and Linda Scarberry, cool names, Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Millette, told police they saw, this is like a cool, I remember this one, told police they saw a large gray creature whose eyes glowed red when the car's headlights picked it up. They described it as a large flying man with 10-foot wings, following their car while they were driving in an area outside of town known as the TNT area, the site of a former World War II munitions plant. During the next few days, other people reported similar sightings, and all the encounters said that it had red eyes and like the wingspan and looked like a man and like had wings.
Okay.
And so it's super famous in where? West Virginia? No.
Yeah, West Virginia.
West Virginia. So it's super famous, and they have like a Mothman festival every year, and I think that started in 2002. And they even have at like their cafes, they sell like Mothman themed like foods and stuff, like every day, not just on festival day. And then they have a huge Mothman statue like in the middle of their town.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and it looks like a big silver monument to Mothman.
Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, and then the Thunderbird, which is totally real. Okay, Thunderbird is a term used in cryptozoology, a pseudoscience, to describe large bird-like creatures generally identified with the Thunderbird of Native American tradition. While the fossil record does show that giant birds with wingspans between 4 and 5 meters, or 13 and 16 feet, were likely contemporary with early man, the creature is generally regarded as a myth. Sightings in 1890s... Oh, so there's a bunch of sightings in 1890s, and then even today there are a lot of sightings of a Thunderbird. So the first sighting was on April 26th, 1890. The Tombstone Epitaph, I don't know, carried a story about 2 ranchers. Oh, so it's like a...
The newspaper is called the Epitaph?
Epitaph. Tombstone Epitaph.
That's a great... that's a great name for... That's like what it says like on your gravestone. Like, they lived a good...
Oh my god.
Like,
why is it called
father,
Tombstone Epitaph?
father, son, husband...
Oh my gosh.
All around good guy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good... well, the town's name is Tombstone.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
That's good. Okay. Okay, so it carried a story about 2 ranchers having killed a winged monster resembling a huge alligator 92 feet in length with an 8-foot-long head, jaws, thickly set with strong, sharp teeth, a smooth, hairless body with a maximum diameter of 50 inches, an immense pair of wings composed of a thick and nearly transparent membrane with an estimated wingspan of 160 feet. 2 feet just ahead of the wings, 2 feet just ahead of the wings, and an elongated tail. That's all I have written about it, but I've watched a lot of stuff on the Thunderbird, and there's been like a lot of like, there's always sightings of a Thunderbird. It's just like a huge, unbelievably huge bird.
Okay. Interesting.
So it seems pretty realistic to me.
Okay. So so we've got the
Jersey Devil, Mothman, or Thunderbird.
Okay.
What do you pick?
All right. Okay. So the Jersey Devil is like it's like a dragon with the head of a goat and like and it's got hooves.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's the spawn of a devil and the witch.
Yeah.
Or it is some kind of devil demon thing.
Yeah, or his mom cursed him, so he's got a lot of baggage there.
Right.
TBH.
Okay, and so we got and then Mothman, which is like a dude with wings, right?
Yeah.
All right. What kind of head does it have? Like
a man.
A man's head.
Yeah.
A man's head and man's body.
Well, I don't know. Maybe a moth head because it's red glowing eyes.
Okay.
I think in that thing he has a moth head, but I think he just looks like a man with wings.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
With red glowing eyes.
Okay, so a man's head, a man's body, a man's wings.
Not a man's wings.
A moth's wings. Okay.
A
Mothman's wings.
Oh, Mothman's wings.
Okay, and then the
Thunderbird,
which is just a big old bird, big old honking
bird. Honking bird.
Okay,
yeah.
And it doesn't try to harm or attack people, does it?
I didn't read any reports of like these things harming anyone or attacking anyone.
Right. Well, I mean, okay. The Jersey Devil is the only one that has been said to like attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's the one I'm gonna kill.
That's what I picked to kill. Jersey Devil. I'm like, well, he's evil. He's the only one like hurting people so far.
Right, and
he's like the devil.
Yeah, and it's the devil. So if I kill the devil,
he's got a lot of baggage. I don't want to get into that.
Right. If I kill the devil, that's like a straight shot into heaven. Like,
true.
Or I get to go on like I don't know, like one of those Christian talk shows or something, or they'll make like one of those horrible Christian movies about me. Or like.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I had to watch a terrible Christian movie at a Bible camp when I went in like junior high.
Uh-huh.
And I remember it. I think about it constantly. And it was about this guy, and he wore like this just like scrawny white dude. He wore these ridiculously long polo shirts that he didn't tuck in. And it was about him like wanting to have sex with his girlfriend, and then like that's all and then like on the roof the next day his friend finds like an open condom on the roof, so his friend is like, you had sex with this girl, and then he was like, ha 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 ha, just kidding, we blew up balloons with it, like we made it a balloon and threw it off the roof. He blew up the condom with his mouth, and then they didn't have sex. I don't know, just for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it was dumb. Anyway, continue.
Okay. So like Kevin Sorbo or someone could play me in a movie.
Oh my god. You really looking this up? Okay.
No,
yes, I also said Jersey Devil would die.
I killed that one. I think since the Mothman is like he's like a beloved celebrity in like West Virginia, or Mount Pleasant, West Virginia, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want the attention that would bring. I don't think. I think I would want the story that I like slept with. Like
I was gonna say I would fuck Mothman because he's so famous. Like he's just like this.
Yeah,
like Yeah, he's like this famous person, but I would not want to marry someone who's like he has a festival and a freaking statue. No,
I don't want him to.
He's probably such an arrogant son of a bitch. I don't want to marry
You're
him.
gonna hold that over you.
Yeah,
and be like,
but I'd fuck him because that's cool.
Right. It'd be like that like story about, I don't know, one of those stories about like somebody's aunt or their mom back in the day slept with Mick Jagger or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could have one of those cool stories.
Yeah. And then I said I would marry Thunderbird because, he's just he's really. I'd marry a Thunderbird because they don't really hurt anyone.
I think it would be comfortable to like, snuggle up in their big nest together. They got all these feathers to keep you warm. I'm sure they're soft, and they could fly you anywhere. You never have to pay for a plane ticket. You could travel the world together.
Yeah.
So romantic.
Okay. Oh, I bet it would be romantic. Okay.
And then.
So that's what. So,
okay.
Kill Jersey Devil, fuck Mothman, and marry the Thunderbird. Okay. Harry, what are yours?
Yeah, okay. So 3 more to talk about. I've got the chupacabra, which is a cryptid from the southwest of the United States and some of Latin America. I think it originated in Puerto Rico.
The chupacabra. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's like very popular. I just don't know.
Yeah. So chupacabra can be like literally translated as like goat sucker.
What? Like he sucks on goats? Like he eats goats?
Yeah. Like he'll like attack livestock and like suck the blood out of them.
Oh, yes. I know this. Okay. Yeah. What does he look like?
Yeah, but okay, so according to Wikipedia, the most common description of the chupacabra is that of a reptile-like creature.
Ew.
Scaly or leathery greenish skin, sharp spines or quills running down its back, and it is approximately 3 to 4 feet high and stands and hops in a fashion similar to that of a kangaroo.
Oh man!
But there's also another description that that likens it to a strange breed of wild dog, mostly hairless, pronounced spinal ridge, pronounced eye sockets, fangs, and claws. And yeah, it's said to drain all of the animal's blood and sometimes organs.
Wasn't it like a thing that all these like goats were dying and then they would find like like almost like a vampire, like bat fangs in its neck,
right?
And then it would be like drained of blood, and then everyone was like, "There's vampires among us."
Yeah, I've definitely heard something like that.
Is that where the chupacabra came from? Maybe
yeah, I mean the earliest story was in Puerto Rico, where 8 sheep were discovered dead, each with 3 puncture wounds in its chest area, and completely drained of blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
So chupacabra.
What's your next one?
Lizard or dog thing. I got the Yeti.
Oh, the Yeti. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
AKA the abominable snowman.
Oh, cute.
So it is a big hairy guy, or whatever, or guy or gal, lives up in the Himalayan mountains. Okay. There were sightings of it throughout the 19th and 20th centuries of different explorers and stuff claiming to have seen it, or hear legends of it from the locals.
Mm-hmm.
It is, how tall is it?
Pretty tall, right?
Yeah, it is. It's like I want to say something like 7 or 8 feet tall, maybe 9. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. It's like a Himalayan snowy Bigfoot.
Yeah. Okay.
I picture it as having like longer fur.
Yeah, me too.
Than a Bigfoot.
And like it's white.
Yeah.
Like a white hair.
And I got this Loch Ness monster.
Yes, Nelly. Is that what they call it?
Nessie.
Nessie. Oh, Nessie.
Yeah. Which is a big honkin'. lake
like one of
monster.
those dinosaurs with the long necks, right? But
yeah.
it's like swimming in
It's
the water.
supposed to have a long neck and one or more humps that will come out of the water in different sightings.
Goofy. Okay.
Yeah, it varies in size. It's generally huge is
Does
how
it
I would
hurt
describe
anyone?
it. I don't know of any reports of it hurting anybody, hurting or attacking or being at all malevolent toward anybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, those are the 3 that I've got.
Okay. I did a lot of research on mine. I apologize, but
No,
I
that's
thought they
okay.
were interesting.
Yeah, they are interesting. I picked more well-known ones,
Yeah. That's true.
I wouldn't have to do as much research.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you want me to try to answer?
Yeah.
What
give
do we
me your
have?
thoughts.
Chupacabra. I would kill.
Kill the chupacabra.
Yeah, he's mean, and he sounds like an ugly fuck. Like he sounds really ugly. Like the Jersey Devil. One of the reasons I wanted to kill him was because he was like a goat horse man, and I'm like, that's nasty.
So you think ugly people and things deserve to die?
Absolutely. No, I'm kidding. But he's an ugly creature, and he kills things. He's a goat. You wanna fuck or marry a goat sucker? No, you want to kill the goat sucker. Anyway, so I would kill the chupacabra. I've decided. So this is hard because Nessie sounds really adorable, but I think I would marry the Yeti.
Yeah.
Because he's a big hairy man, just like you.
Aww.
Big hairy man, and he'd be really warm, and he seems nice. Like he seems like he's kind of mean, but also like if you really got to know him, he's just like he looks mean, but he's just like a teddy bear.
Yeah, like in
and you get to live up in the Himalayan mountains with him and just get to snuggle up in his fur.
Aww.
And then Nessie is also very popular, and like no one really knows if the sightings are. I mean, no one really knows if any of the sightings are real, but the Loch Ness Monster is like so old. And I feel like it's more popular than a Yeti. And wouldn't that be so cool if you're like, hell yeah, the Loch Ness Monster's real? I fucked
Want to know how I know?
You want to know how I know? So, yeah, that's my take on it. What about you?
Okay, I think I agree with killing the chupacabra.
Got it, but we disagree on the other ones.
You make a really... I was
really
thinking
hard.
originally that I would marry Nessie, but you made a really good argument for the Yeti.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to
he's
would I rather
misunderstood.
live up in the Himalayan mountains or live
Underwater.
underwater. And as a human, I can't live underwater. So I think I have to go with the Yeti.
But if you I didn't even think about that. But let's say you could live underwater. Like, that's not an obstacle.
Okay, well...
Would you marry Nessie then?
We
don't really know much about Nessie.
Yeah, she's very mysterious.
Issue, like, I don't want to marry someone I don't really know much about. I don't really know much about the Yeti either, but I feel like we know a little more than Nessie.
Yeah, I mean, we have... As far as the Yeti goes, we have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with their abominable snowman.
The abominable snowman. How cute is that?
Yeah, and as we saw, he is once you get to know him, he's a sweetie.
He's a big sweetie.
He's a big old. He's a big nice sweetie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it still goes.
I think I'd need to go out on a date with both of them to figure it out.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Between the Yeti and the Mothman, who do you think is the better life partner?
Well, the Yeti, because I didn't say I would marry Mothman.
Oh, right, but
you mean the Yeti and the
the
Thunderbird?
one, yeah, the Yeti and Thunderbird.
That's hard because Thunderbird can take me wherever I want to go on its wings.
It's true.
And if I live up, probably a Thunderbird.
Thunderbird?
Yeah, because like if I lived up in the Himalayan mountains, I'd be cold all the time.
Yeah, and you don't like the cold.
I really don't like the cold.
I feel like I like the cold. I'd see.
So you'd probably, yeah.
Well, they both. I'd have to deal with high altitudes with both, so I'd get a lot of nosebleeds either way.
Oh shoot! If it was between the Thunderbird and Nessie, though, would you marry Nessie?
Yeah, between those two, I'd marry Nessie. Yeah.
I would absolutely fuck Mothman over anyone in this group because he's just famous. He's like a superhero almost.
Right. Yeah.
Like you get to fuck Superman. That's what it seems like. And then between the goat sucker and Jersey Devil, if you could only kill one, which one would it be?
The Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's a devil.
And because like people claim to have shot at him and he doesn't respond to it. So if you killed it,
right?
How cool would you be?
I would be world famous overnight.
Yeah.
See, I was kind of thinking that I might want to fuck the chupacabra just because it would just have so much passion, you know. But that would mean I would have had to kill one of the other ones, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to fuck
like,
the chupacabra. Sorry.
You just
He'd
like
probably
a
try to suck my blood.
passionate, fiery lover, just for one unbelievable night.
Yeah. See, I think I'd get that from the Mothman.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Actually, no, I bet he's terrible in bed. He's just really famous. So then I can tell people that.
Yeah.
You know, that's even that would be even funnier. Even funnier story.
Okay.
Right.
So there you have it. So
that's fact. All fact right there, everyone.
Yep. We have solved
the issue.
Cryptozoology.
Bird, I really hope this helped.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this helps in your investigation. I hope you know who would be the best lover for you.
Yes.
Bird, let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
You of these 6 of whatever who you think you would fuck, marry, or kill. Honestly, anyone. If you wanna let us know.
Yeah, give us your thoughts. Give us your reasons.
Give us your thoughts. Are we wrong?
And if you ever seal the deal, invite us to the wedding.
Honestly, seriously, please do. Okay. So this next thing we're gonna do is actually really fun. This was just gonna be what we were gonna do the whole time, but then we got some awesome audience suggestions, which honestly were super fun. So please keep doing that because that was really cool, and I learned a lot about these things. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna read I think they're all pretty funny. We're gonna read like funny Reddit posts about like ex-cult members, paranormal encounters, and like alien encounters, because some of them are really funny. So we're gonna like read through some of our favorites of those and just kind of laugh along. All right, Harry, you go first because my computer's being slow and it's not responding.
Okay. So I'll start with a short one here. I'll try to give a dramatic reading of it. Posted to r/ghost stories by user Sleepless Guy on Reddit. This was only posted 4 days ago.
Ooh, okay. Is this a paranormal, alien, cult?
This is a paranormal sighting kind of thing.
Got it.
So just to tell you, r/ghost stories is a subreddit according to their official like rules and description. This subreddit is for those who have had real, in all caps, paranormal experiences.
Oh yeah,
Feel free to share your own.
I got some off that too.
Okay. Rule number 1 on their subreddit rules is no fiction. So that's how you know this is real.
Yeah, this is all real.
Okay. So, a dramatic reading of Bloodlust. Nothing much to explain here. I was around 5 to 7 at the time. Just a normal, peaceful day. Playing video games till 9 p.m. And the next thing you do after that is sleep. Well, guess what? This little fuck wants to play around. He was holding on a cabinet, glaring with his black eyes. But the monster also seemed passive. From my sight, he was just tilting his head and grinning. And at that moment when I saw that, I ran over to sleep at my grandma's bed. Parentheses. Sorry for this shitty writing. I'm using the ancient mobile. End parentheses. So that...
I don't understand. What did he see? I don't understand.
I don't know either, and we get no clarification as there are 0 comments on this post. And we have
no one else understood either.
We have a grand total of 2 upvotes.
2 upvotes.
So that...
Oh no, I exited out of everything.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay. I'll read another one while you're getting that set up.
Oh my god, so it was just him like talking about seeing a monster?
Yeah, as a little kid, he was...
Why was it called Bloodlust?
I don't know. It had red glowing eyes.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. I don't know. This
Fair.
I am well, let's just say I'm skeptical.
Yeah. Oh no, I hope I didn't lose all of this.
I hope not either. Well, you can get it from your history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Next one I have here is another short one. We have on the r/paranormal subreddit, which is a community to discuss and share true, in all caps, personal paranormal experiences, debunked places, evidence, thoughts, and theories. So, all right. So this is a post titled "How Do Ghosts Get Their Energy?" posted by u/SasquatchVulva 1 day ago.
What? What's it called? What is there?
The user is SasquatchVulva.
That's really good.
You love to see it.
Oh, I do.
All right. So it's so I'm curious about people's theories or any science that might explain paranormal entities and their energy. From what I understand, ghosts use energy and the result is ectoplasm. Parenthetical, is this right? I wonder where the source of their energy comes from. Do they simply use the energy of the person they came from and disappear when the energy is gone?
What's funny about this?
I just like that this person who believes in ghosts is also very, very invested in the just principles of how energy works in the world. They may believe. You don't think it's
no.
at
I
all.
was like, okay, valid question. So I don't really. What's funny about this?
Oh, we can just cut that one out then.
No, I mean keep it in. What? Was anything else good about that?
Well, I do like some of the comments on it.
Okay, read the comments.
The first comment from Vitid says, "The do not know."
The do not know.
The do not. The do not.
The do not know. The do not know.
Sneovas, I think that's Sneuvas, says they sleep sometimes. Also eat fruit. Parentheses. No, they don't die from not eating them.
What? Oh. Okay.
They sleep sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Also eat fruit. No, they do not die from eating them. From not eating them, sorry.
Good.
They don't.
Okay.
They don't. And then Undead Zombre says, when I think ectoplasm, I think Ghostbusters.
I also was like, ectoplasm? Okay, keep going.
From what I've always been told, ghosts draw energy from people, electricity, and even the warmth in the air. Parentheses, causing cold spots to manifest.
Yeah,
that
sounds right. Yeah.
That sounds right to you.
Mm-hmm.
And Lady RMN says, there's not always ectoplasm. Spirits use our energy, leaving us feel sick and or tired.
Yeah.
They will always use electrical devices like batteries, and they will be left empty. Ghost Adventures once caught an EVP saying, "Dark is power," so take that for what you will.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so just remember, folks, when you're dealing with a ghost, they also eat fruit.
They sleep sometimes.
They sleep sometimes.
And they
also
eat fruit. But they don't die if they don't.
Yeah, and also the do not know.
The do not know. Okay, so I have one. Wait, do you have this one? It's called Been Contacted by Aliens Thrice.
No, I did not come across that one.
Cool. So this was 3 months ago. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna read this word for word. So just know that if I don't make sense, it's not my fault. Been contacted by aliens thrice. I have been contacted by aliens thrice, and even stared by God many times straight in eyes, in serious manner, and all in sleep. A child alien once liked shaked my hand in a playful manner while I was sleeping. And once alien told me 5 dimensions and I saw some dots of light. And last alien once told me, but you will have to survive. When I thought about nonsense world, which seems meaningless and all just looks like simple drama and then end. I also saw something very strong and serious stares me in the eyes while going to sleep with many different faces like it was God. But all that was 2 years ago and I no longer care about that anymore. And then the one comment 25 days ago said, have you searched for Christ in your heart?
So what's weird about any of that?
Did you not hear what I just said? Were you listening?
Yes, I was listening. They've been contacted by aliens thrice and also stared God.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
We're not on the same page here about these posts. All right, you have another one?
Oh, I've got another alien one.
Ooh, okay. Those are
from encountered my first alien race. Not sure what to do now. As I think that's a relatable sentiment.
That is a relatable sentiment.
Hi guys.
Hi.
For the past few years, I've been having an ongoing relationship with a group of aliens called the Arcturians.
No. What? This is not where I thought this was going. Continue. Holy crap.
The relationship has progressed from platonic to deeply physical over time.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's incredibly intense and has been getting more and more involved. The one I've been with is named Catherine.
Very human name.
Mm-hmm. Her/they usually come to me in the night during my meditation and connect with me.
Oh, no.
Usually physically and mentally. They don't seem to be harmful, but I'm having trouble figuring out their true intentions. Does anybody know how to come in contact with them or have any experience with situations like this? I really want to get some answers and finally find out where we stand. Thank you for reading.
Oh my gosh.
So have you had any
oh my.
Do you have any experience with situations like this, Carly?
No.
Think you can give this person advice?
I cannot give this person any advice. What are some of the are any of the comments funny?
I thought I remember one. Oh, okay, yeah. Here's this one. The user has deleted their account, but their comment says, "Stay the fuck away from them. They are not what you think they are."
Oh my god.
Someone else who has deleted their account says, "Can you care to elaborate?" And I'm assuming the first person says, "I'm going to have to really think about how to explain this because I have to be careful. Let me sleep on it to try and figure out how to say this in a way that will make sense. Had a long day. But, so you don't think I'm blowing you off, I will say this. There are higher laws in our universe against what is referred to as interference. Higher spiritual beings would never break this very important law. So one of these two things is true. 1. They are not higher spiritual beings at all and are lying about who they are, where they are from, and why they are inserting themselves into a world that is not their own. 2. They are not even spirit beings. They are naughty people with technology. They are Nazi-like scientists who are conducting a huge mind control project, and you are actually talking to some dude in an Air Force base in Florida. One of these two things are true. Sorry I am so tired. I'll try to make more sense tomorrow."
This is getting really intense. I'm really into this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
Oh my god.
The person never really follows up on what they were saying in the previous one. Yeah.
Oh, maybe he... Do you think he was killed for sharing that? That's why his account was deleted. Oh
yeah,
my. Oh my.
Either these spiritual beings, which are not they're not higher spiritual beings, or these not spirit beings at all.
Oh my gosh.
Abducted him, and I don't know.
Some intense stuff. That was good. That was a good story. And obviously true because you can't lie on it.
No, this is for true. All caps, true.
True.
Personal paranormal experiences.
Okay, so I have one.
Yeah.
This one is a thread. I don't really know how Reddit works, I'm not gonna lie. And it says, ex-cult members, what was your oh shit, I'm in a cult moment?
Okay.
And so I thought oh man. Sorry, I'm bad with technology. So I went back too much. So I liked some of the comments in this. They're not really like funny, they're actually kind of serious, but I really like hearing from people who are in a cult. This person said, when the leader wanted to split up all the marriages and take the wives for himself, and when he wanted to give the husbands of those wives different women to be with, basically sharing the women, except nobody had a say in who they were to be with. Many people were deeply unhappy and pained by this, but they had to submit to the Holy Spirit, as they would say, and do what they were told. I was a teen at the time, and my family and I left this cult, so thankfully I was not pawned off on some random guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's a good time to get out.
That's crazy. Oh, this one's good. Okay, when I was stationed in Okinawa, is that how you say that? Okinawa. In the late 90s, I went to this church that seemed to be the pretty generic Christian church, but they met in a small room above a store. Didn't think much about it until they got a new pastor. They owned a house in town and always invited everyone over for some cookouts and Bible study. The new pastor was actively encouraging the enlisted service members to move into the house and get the housing allowance to support the house. Then he wanted to see our LES, think pay stubs, to ensure we were supporting the church enough. I think the final straw was when they started taking attendance for their 7 days. Yep, you were expected to attend some church thing 7 days a week of services and trying to shame anyone who didn't make it to something. I didn't tell them I wasn't going anymore, just stopped showing up. They knew where my barracks room was and sent soul savers to get me back to the church. The last time they talked to me, they again went with the same route, that the shame route, that no other church would get me into heaven. And I told them I think they proved I made the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I don't know what I think.
Yeah. These are crazy.
I mean, does this sound out of character for an evangelical church?
No. Yes, a little bit.
It's a question of degrees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think that's all I have about the cult one. Do you have another one?
Yeah. I have our paranormal post.
Okay, yeah, read that.
From Tella_kinetic, who says, I can perform psychokinesis, hear me out.
Oh, wait, is this the one where this person can, like, move things with their mind?
Yeah.
No. Okay, keep going. Oh my god, I love this.
Okay. So it starts, okay. I was taught psychokinesis by an 80-year-old retired brain surgeon when I was 11 years old. He said it took him 40 years to learn how to do it. Since then, I've taught about 25 people, including friends and family. All of them were skeptical at first. All of them were not only convinced, but I showed them how to do it, and they themselves were able to do it from then on.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't take years of training. You can do it in 5 minutes, no problem. I'm getting ready to go public with an actual demonstration. I want to win Randy's $1 million paranormal demonstration challenge. I hope Randy doesn't have me killed, because this is the real deal. I'm not convinced this ability is so much paranormal as just a very subtle force not easily discovered. But we shall see. This is not a joke. I'm dead serious. I'll come back and update this thread once I apply for Randy's challenge. Probably gonna do a video submission and keep progress tabs here. I should be ready to start this project by the 1st of the year. I'll answer limited questions you guys have here, if any, until then.
Oh my gosh.
Then they edited the post to add, for people who've asked if it's psi wheel or whatever, I will say that during the demo, no part of my body is within 3 to 4 feet of the setup, and I do not move at all during the demo. Similarly, on larger apparatuses, I have successfully performed the demo while sitting 10 to 15 feet away. All will be revealed in January. Edit 2 on December 16th, 2012. Today I bought a thick wooden base and attached it to the lucite half dome with screws enclosing the apparatus, thus sequestering it entirely from air and wind. This done, I went on to perform the technique and was able to both get it to move and change direction at will. Not easily, though. The dome seems to be interfering a bit. This is going to make for a very good application video. And then they share a video that says, though it is a hoax done by a magician, this video is serving as an excellent template for my demonstration video. I'll need to show the target is not magnetic, so open up the dome, then screw the lid down. Show it windproof. Then I'll need to let the apparatus come to rest, which will take some time. I'll try and steady it before closing the lid. Then it will be a matter of performing the technique until visible movement is obtained, then counteract that movement. Well, you'll see. Yeah. So, and then in the comments there are a lot of people asking for the video or any video, or asking after the fact if they can post a video after the 1st of the year, and they never follow up. And then someone else says, please sir, if as you say it took the brain surgeon who taught you 40 years to learn this technique, how is it that everyone you taught could learn the technique in 5 minutes? How have you been able to successfully keep quiet 25 people who suddenly acquired the power to move objects solely with their mind? Such a power, which violates many known scientific laws, would make anyone possessing it wealthy beyond belief. Surely some of them would, just as you did, demonstrate this for those close to them. How can you be sure one of them, or someone they have taught, won't claim the JREF $1 million prize ahead of you? Aren't you doing humanity a gross injustice by not immediately advancing this power, which will so obviously enhance our understanding of science? If confirmed, this power would be a radical change across many disciplines of science. Please, I would really like an answer to my questions.
Oh my god, aggressive. Are you gonna read this long ass comment next?
No, I'm just gonna summarize. They say that as for why it took the person who taught them 40 years to learn it, it only took the people they taught a short amount of time. They say it's because the main barrier to being able to do it is knowing that you can do it. Thus, most people don't even try. But even if you did believe you could, and this was related to the previous point, it's still a fairly weak force being generated, and thus not easily noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So
I don't know about that one.
yeah, I know.
Probably a crazy girl. One time this girl in my junior high class, she only went to that school for like, I don't know, maybe only like a month or two. But she claimed she said she was a witch. And then she asked, like straight up in the middle of class, asked my English teacher, who was also, or science teacher / English teacher, who I think she was a science teacher because we were doing science fair. She asked her in the middle of class if for her science fair experiment she could prove that she could bend spoons with her mind. And my teacher was like, no, that's not an experiment. And she's like, I can bend spoons with my mind.
Oh.
And I think about her a lot.
Yeah. So the challenge and the Randy that we're talking about was the James Randi Educational Foundation $1 million challenge.
Oh.
Which was if you could prove basically that you had like supernatural abilities, they would give you $1 million basically.
That's stupid.
And they never. I don't think anyone ever passed it.
Probably not.
Yep, and also this was posted in like 2012, and we haven't heard anything about this person, so it doesn't seem like it panned out.
Okay. All right. Well, I have another one. Are we done talking about this one?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Okay. I think this is gonna be the last one because this one is pretty long.
Okay, great.
Right? Unless you have something else really interesting.
No, we can move on to yours. Yeah, we can end with yours.
That was very long, so I'm gonna do my long one now. Okay, this one isn't that funny. I don't know. Second guessing a childhood experience. Was it an alien encounter? I work a pretty easygoing office job, and I consistently listen to podcasts while I do work. Oh, this was posted 6 days ago.
Okay.
Okay. That being said, I've always had an interest in the paranormal and unexplained, so that's typically what I listen to. I was listening to an interview by Astonishing Legends with Terry Lovelace about the things he encountered and what he experienced from a camping trip in Devil's Den back in the 70s. To sum it up, he touched on what happened to him, and a couple of things stood out to me. It reminded me of something that happened to me as a kid that I always chalked up to sleep paralysis, but now it has me second-guessing myself. I must have been in about 3rd or 4th grade at the time, and we lived kind of on the edge of a bunch of farmland and woods. Our backyard opened up to our neighbors whom owned acres upon acres of land, and to the left of that was just endless farmland and forest. We lived a few miles away from a really popular and huge dairy farm, but we were also a mile or two out from a main road that leads into town. I guess the point I'm getting at is we were kind of secluded, but not completely isolated. The Midwest is like that at times, I guess. My room at the time was in the basement, and the stairs that led down to it was right in front of our back door. I slept with my bed right in front of the bedroom door as well. It was summer break, and after finally decided I was tired, I went to lay down in bed. My memory goes out at that point, and there's missing spots in between because I think as soon as I laid down, I just blacked right out. I remember I just woke up after passing out, and I'm not sure how much time passed between these 2 points in time, but I immediately looked at the foot of my bed, and the door to my room is wide open, and there's the blinding light outside my room. I remember seeing this figure right in the doorway to my room. I couldn't make out any distinct features because of the light coming from behind it. All I got was an outline and the shape of how it looked. It must have been not that much shorter than me, as I was a kid at the time, probably around 4 feet, I think. I had a huge bulbous head and a tiny body. In retrospect, it was shaped like a gray, but I don't know if that's a cliche to say. I just remember utmost primal sense of fear, and I couldn't move. I've never experienced that level of horror before, and I haven't felt that feeling since. I was laying on my back in bed, and all I could do was stare at it. I was trying to scream, but nothing could come out of my lungs, and I couldn't get up to run out or anything. I was completely paralyzed to the spot. So sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read this whole thing. I blacked out again, came to, and it was closer, right at the end of my bed. At that point, I tried screaming again, and still nothing could come out, and yet again I blacked out. I came to that morning at the opposite side of my bed, flopped across this little couch I had. I came to that morning at the opposite side of my room, flopped across this little couch I had. It's hard to explain it too because there's nothing in between these points of time. It's just a blank spot. I tried to explain it to my mom, but it was just chalked up to sleepwalking and a nightmare because I stayed up too late or something to that effect. For a while after that, I was horrified to watch any form of alien movie or even just anything on TV resembled what that thing was shaped like. I would have a full-blown panic attack and start to hyperventilate. I've gotten past that and doesn't really get to me anymore. However, I still to this day cannot sleep with my bed in front of my door and my door open. I don't even like sleeping near the door. I need to be as far away from it as possible. Even during the day, I'm doing something in my room, I need to have the door closed. Having it open sends this just massive feeling of discomfort, anxiety. I can't do it. I've experienced weird things throughout all my life, but after a while, and with growing up, I just always chalked it up to sleep paralysis, but I'm not sure anymore. Can anyone offer insight or at least tell me if I'm crazy or not? Because trying to explain it or even think about it just makes me feel like I'm nuts. The only comment is, thank you very much for posting this story. It was easy to read. It did hit a few notes, a few things or similarities what I would like to mention in the PM. Have you ever had dreams, bad dreams, where you become frightened of technology, various gadgets, devices, items with wires, chips, and so on? Is there something that you are able to do what others or most others cannot? Again, a nice story. Too bad that the interesting part is faded. If you ever remember more, please go on and write more. It would be immensely curious to read. All the best. Kind regards.
Okay.
That was my last one.
All right.
So sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
That makes me sad. If you can't move and you can't scream, you're just...
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was sleep paralysis, honey. As much as I want it to be a real paranormal experience. You know what? The most interesting one to me was that person who was like, I'm sleeping with aliens.
Yeah. I think in one of the other comments, they implied that they didn't actually... Well... They didn't say anything else about it being sexual. I think it was more just like probing and like being poked and prodded and like
oh shoot,
them like looking at them on.
Got it.
But also, it may very well be that he is having sex with this Catherine alien.
Weird.
Who knows?
I don't know. So that's all I got.
All right. So that is the end of the episode.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. If you liked the bonus episode, I don't know. We didn't want to do a lot of research because, we have another one to do on Monday.
Right.
So we just kind of wanted to do something easy. I thought the stories were pretty interesting. So yeah. Thank you guys for listening. And, go follow us on everything. Go like our page. Go rate us and give us a comment. We will love you forever if you do. And, send in your suggestions of what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Or your own personal stories.
Mm-hmm.
I love hearing personal stories. I would love to read it.
Yeah. Yep, what she said.
Okay.
So...
Great.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Have a good Halloween. Stay safe.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
Right.
All right. I'm Carly.
I'm Harry.
Great.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Because it's weird out there.
Bye.
Bye.